Evening guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Vexed and we are here with the League 3 races at Brands Hatch. So this is round 5, race 1. We've got Alba on pole, Wacky Racer, he's there in 2nd place. We've got Smith in 3rd place, Brawley is in 4th. We've got Toten in 5th, Smoky Tom in 6th, Firepower 7th, Stealth is 8th, Graham 9th. Potsy is 10th, Max in 11th, and Biggie bringing up the rear in 12th. So without further ado, let's get into it. The lights are out, they are off. Look like Wacky Racer actually managing to take up the lead off the start. Alba having a slot in behind as they come through Paddock Hill. Now on the approach to Druids, there's a lot of little cars shuffling about in the background. May still be some of the lobby stability. Meanwhile, Wacky Racer, he started to run off. Oh, 2 cars are off in the background. I'm not sure who that was. Smith is definitely one of them. Who was the other? Stealth, it looked like. So the 2 super teammates possibly coming together. I think it's going to go to safety car conditions. I think that's what we're doing now. So the other guy should be able to rejoin. So we've got Wacky Racer currently 1st place. Toten has managed to take up 2nd place. Alba down to 3rd. Smoky Tom is up to 4th. Firepower up to 5th. Max, he's up there in 6th. Graham 7th. Biggie 8th. Potsy 9th. Brody, oh, it's all got a little bit congested under the safety car. Brody's there in 10th. We've got Smith in 11th and Stealth in 12th. So I think we will go to green flag conditions. It'll be a green track after this start-finish straight. So they're currently coming through Sterling's onto clearways. That's the final turn and onto the top straight. The start of lap 2. Hopefully we'll have no incidents under the restart. So I think Wack is now starting to back the rest of the field up. He should be going anytime soon, and he is. So trying to make a getaway now. Alba is under pressure from Smoky Tom. We've seen how quick the Citroens are this season, looking like a very competitive car. Alba trying to pull away though, he's trying to put Toten under some pressure and maybe retake that 2nd position. Wacky Racer starting to pull away a bit. Corvette looking very strong around here, around Brands. Followed by Toten in the Mustang. Alba is there in the Genesis. Smoky Tom and his teammate Firepower, 4th and 5th in the Citroen. Graham, he's not had a great outing in that Jag, has he? Currently in 6th place. But he's had a few incidents, hasn't he? A few offs, should we say. Brody, he's there not far behind him. He's in the Aston. Starting to try and put some pressure on him now. Looking like he's going to try and get a long way round. Graham defending it off nicely though. Smith, he's up to 8th. After, I think it was him and his teammate had to coming together, him and Stealth. Biggie, 9th, he's in the other Genesis, Stealth. He's in 10th. Potsy 11th. Max 12th, and I think we just had somebody come off. We're gonna have to try and find that quickly. Smith actually up to 6th. Oh, he was there, wasn't he? Biggie is 7th. He's being pressured by Stealth in 8th. Stealth looking like he was going to set the move up, but Stealth has gone deep. Potsy's followed him. He's going to have lost some of that momentum. Oh, he has another moment, Stealth. Oh, and Potsy's gone off as well. He went off in the background, he's lost that position now. Oh no, Pozzi's ahead of him. That was Max, wasn't it? So Max has gone off, he's lost that position to Brody. So Max now down to 11th place. Graham must have had a moment. Commentator's curse, I said it, didn't I? He'd not had a great outing this season. He was up in 6th place, wasn't he? You see the damage on the front of his car there. That's unlucky, Graham. He's had an unlucky race, hasn't he, this season? A wacky racer. He's testing the track limits there. He got a little bit greedy on the apex, but looking like he's got away with it. Currently with the fastest lap of 1:32.4. As I say, the Corvette looking very strong around Brands. Alba now starting to put some more pressure onto Toten behind, and he's actually gone faster again, so he's on a 1:30.220. Oh no, that was Wacky. Yeah, that is Wacky Racer. Long day. Toten being pressured by Alba. Alba all over his back bumper. He's looking for the move. He's looking for the cut back up the inside, but the Mustang looking a little bit too strong at the moment. Big twitch there from Toten. Still ahead by margins. Oh, it was Alba. He gets it done. He's got it done up the inside. That was a great move there from Alba. He was set it up for the last couple of turns and finally managing to pull it off. Top 3 now, quite a lead over the rest of the pack they have. Or was Toten? He looked a little bit out of shape there, didn't he, through that last turn? He's going to want to try and stay with Alba and Wacky Racer. Firepower now up to 4th place. He's managed to get past his teammate, so I'm thinking Smokey must have had a bit of a moment somewhere. This would be a great result for Ian though, wouldn't it? I think he'll enjoy this one. I think no mandatory pit in this one, so they'll be running these tyres to the end. Second race is where we've got the mandatory pit. Smoky Tom now being pressured by Smith. Smith looking like he's going to go for a move down the inside into paddock hill, but not quite close enough that time round. He's going to follow him down the Druids though. Is he going to look for the move up the inside? Or I think maybe there was a little bit of contact there under braking. I think Smith having to back off and let Smokey recompose himself. Oh, Smokey's had a moment. That's cost him. He's lost 2 places there. Dropping down to 7th. We've got Biggie. Smith, has moved up to 5th place, and then he's got Biggie behind him in 6th. And not too far ahead of Smith is Firepower, so Firepower, he's going to have to start getting his head down and try and keep that gap if he doesn't want to be under attack from these 3. So we've got Wacky Racer, Alba, Toten, Firepower, Smith, Biggie in 6th, Smoky Thomas 7th. And then we got another group of cars a few seconds behind them. We got Max. Max is actually leading the pack. Oh, as we have somebody spun up ahead. I think that was Smith. He's dropped to 7th. Max having a bit of a better outing this evening, it looks like. He's had a bit of a nightmare, hasn't he, this season as well? Not really gelling with that car. Smith has another moment. He did well to get out of the way of Max there. So Smith dropping to 8th place now. And then he's got Graham. And Graham not too far behind him. Graham's up to 9th. Brody is 10th. Stealth 11th. And Potsy all the way down in 12th. I don't know what happened to Potsy, but he's definitely not having a good one this evening, is he? He's looked fairly strong in that Mercedes. Managing midfield, I think, most of the season, but at the moment he looks like he's a little bit on the back foot tonight. Meanwhile, Alba's now your new race leader. I think Wacky Racer had a moment. And we saw he was getting a little bit greedy, wasn't he, on some of the apexes, and I think maybe that's cost him. He's dropped down 2 places. He's now in 3rd place. Alba, his last lap was actually the fastest lap currently with a 1:29.822, but he's putting in purple sectors again, so this could be another fastest lap. And it wasn't, it was marginally slower. Only by hundredths though, you can see that there on the right hand side. Timing markers, his lap 5 was a 1:29.8 and then he did a 1:30.071 on his last lap, lap 6. 10 minutes into this one. So we've got Alba. He's dominated pretty much this season again, hasn't he? He's done very well. As I say, his win ratio is probably up there around 90%. Toten, not far behind him in 2nd place. He's doing well tonight. And then we've got Wacky Racer, he's there in 3rd place. He had a really dominant start, didn't he? Looked like he'd started pulling away from the other two, from Alba and Toten, but as I say, it looked like he was getting a little bit greedy on some of the apexes, and I can only think maybe that's what happened, or maybe he drifted it slightly wide on one of the corners, and he's some way off the back of him now, isn't he? Still not at any risk of being challenged by the rest of the field at the moment, but oh, we see it there again. Almost onto the gravel. He took a lot of the Astro. Perhaps trying to maximise the track limits. Firepower doing really well at the moment. He's still in 4th place. Absolutely flying. He has got a little bit of damage on the front of that Citroen, but that's not slowing him down at the moment, is it? Biggie now being challenged by Smokey. Smokey looking like he was going to go for the move up the inside, but not quite getting it done that time around. He's gone board with Smokey for a minute as he's chasing Biggie down. I think he's going to be trying to challenge him for that 5th position. He was up there, wasn't he? He was up in 4th place, but as I say, he must have had a moment that we missed, and currently 6th. In fact, it actually looks like Biggie's doing quite well to stay ahead of Smokey at the moment. He was quite close though, wasn't he, Smokey? That car is very strong. Is he going to go for the move into Druids? No, not quite close enough. Oh, maybe thinking about a cutback. He's getting closer again. He's obviously very strong through this sector. He's keeping that distance, isn't he? Closing right up again through that last turn there. Oh no, Biggie's at a moment, he's off. Smokey goes sailing through. Biggie's into the barrier. He's dropped 2 places now. He's down to 7th place. Come on, get that car going, son. Smith has moved through to 6th. Biggie's rejoined in 7th. Where's the next car? Where's Stealth? So Stealth actually, there he is, followed by Potsy and Brody. Them 3 are starting to gain on Biggie, and you can see they have closed that gap somewhat. Stealth might be rubbing his hands now. He's thinking of a 7th position. Was Brody actually goes a little bit deep for that last turn. It looked like he was going to be trying to set the move up on Potsy, but quite a close battle for me. Oh, he's onto the grass a little bit, tagging the rear end of Potsy. He's going to go the long way round. He's gone a long way round. Managed to get it done. No, Potsy! Oh, Potsy, that's unlucky. Unlucky there from Potsy. He caught the grass and spun that car around. He's going to have to get it going. He's lost that position to his teammate. Max has gone through. He's up to 10th place now, Max. Potsy, 11th. Graham, not too far behind him, but he's got that slight penalty to serve, so it's not going to help him too much. Meanwhile, Alba started to stretch his legs now. He's created a bit of a gap now to Toten, and he's just got to try and keep it consistent, hasn't he? Looking like he's in the zone at the moment. He's actually on a purple sector there. Smith has currently got the fastest lap of 129.182. Obviously, Albert did have that before, didn't he? With a 129.320. No, 071, sorry. Well, he's just done a 129.2. I think at this point, though, he's probably just trying to remain consistent. Try not to ruin them tyres too much. But he's doing very well at the moment, isn't he? Very smooth driving from Alba. Toten. He's a little way off the back of Alba now. You can see him up ahead still, though. Just about. He's just going through that turn there. As Toten comes under the Armco, under the bridge. Wacky racer. There's a bit of a gap now there as well, isn't there? Firepower managing to maintain that gap. He's still currently in 4th place. His teammate, actually, he's managed to get past Smith. Oh, we saw him, didn't we? We saw Smith have a moment. So Smokey went through. But this will be a good result for the Citroen boys. There he is, Smokey. Smith behind him has actually got a penalty as well, so... Smokey's been very fast this season, hasn't he, in the Citroen? He was up there challenging the top 3 in the last round, wasn't he? In the round before. Smith, currently 6th. I think all these guys actually having a fairly decent season, to be fair. We could have a rundown through the points at the end of race 2. Stealth currently in 7th. He's actually managed to pull away as well from Brody, Potsy, and I think there's a gaggle of 4 cars actually behind him now. Nice bit of a gap though, nice bit of breathing space. And I've found the point, so we will definitely have a rundown through the stand-ins at the end of race 2. Brody currently in 8th. posse. He's managed to get back past his teammate now. He's currently 9th. And his teammate Max is behind him in 10th. Mac's been plagued with mechanical issues, hasn't he, throughout the start of the season, but looking like he's on form tonight. He's definitely looking a lot more settled, a lot more confident with that car. Biggie down in the 11th. While his teammate runs away with it, so maybe Biggie not really finding his feet with the Genesis this season. Graham. Oh, seems to be the theme of the season. We go on board with Graham, and he has a moment. He's still currently 12th. He's got a little bit of a gap, hasn't he, to Biggie. He's had some unfortunate mistakes, unfortunate little offs this season, and looking like he's just not really gelling with that Jaguar. I think we got good things to come though. Obviously this is round 5, isn't it? So we got 6, 7 and 8 after this. And then the guys will be in different cars again. Obviously promotions, demotions and whatnot. Ooh, go on board with Alba. He's had a bit of a moment there. He was lucky not to pick up a 0.5 second penalty for track limits. I think 1 pixel more and he definitely would have done. He's absolutely driving the wheels off of that Genesis at the moment, is Alba. For that gap he's got over Toten, quite substantial now. There he is, Toten, just coming across the start-finish line. Start lap 15, 21 minutes in. Wacky Racer, he's only just coming into Druids now. We just saw the flash of Toten on the exit as he approached. This Wacky Racer was approaching. He looked very strong, didn't he, towards the start of this race. Still looking quite strong now, actually, to be fair. I mean, the top 3, like, they've got a very nice gap over the rest of the field. None of them have really got to worry about being challenged by any of them at the moment. They just got to keep it on the race stuff, and that's where they'll finish. They'll finish in them top 3 podium slots. I'll stay on board with Wacky Racer for the minute, because he's actually on a flyer at the moment. We saw he was putting in purple sectors. And again, he's still up. Only just, but he has a bit of a moment. He managed to keep it though. One whack. Is he going to do it? Not quite. 1:29.5. Smoky Tom's actually now up to 4. Firepower's dropped to 6. I think maybe Firepower finally having a moment. He was having a great drive though, wasn't he? That's such a shame. I think he'd be kicking himself, and I'm kicking myself and not seeing it happen. But we did see that Smokey and Smith, they were starting to catch up to him quite rapidly, so maybe the pressure just got to him in the end. He's still definitely with him though, isn't he? We can see him there, just on the back of just behind Smith. But I don't think they've got enough time to be able to catch up to the top 3 now. And the field actually looking very spread out, if you look at the track map on the top right. Smith, top 5 currently. Still trying to chase Smoky Tom down. He's had a couple of little moments, hasn't he? But he's back up there. That'll be an extra point for fastest lap as well if he manages to retain that. So Firepower, he must have had a moment somewhere, mustn't he? I'll stay on board with him for a minute. He's dropped off the back of him again. So Smoky Tom and Smith up ahead. Actually looking like Smith might be able to start challenging Smoky Tom again. I'll have to go back on board with them two in just a second. But yeah, Firepower, he's dropped off the back of him somewhat now, hasn't he? So... And actually Smith not as close as I thought he was. So Firepower, we got Alba first place, Toten is second place, we've got Wacky Racer third. Smoky Tom, he's in fourth. We got Smith in fifth. Firepower, sixth. Stealth is seventh. Brody actually getting onto the back of Stealth now as well, looking like he's starting to try and challenge him. Oh, he's looking up the inside. It's maybe not the place where you want to go for the move. He's going to try and go around the outside. That wasn't where I thought they were. Oh, he's gone for it now. He's pulled out. He's going to try and go down the inside on the final turn. He's managed to get it done. Stealth still there on the outside though. Can he come back? Maybe able to go for the switch back through Paddock Hill. Not quite, but he's looking into Druids. Is he close enough? He's not quite close enough. Maybe able to get the switch back here though. Come on, stay with him, Stealth. So Brody now trying to stretch his legs, trying to get away from Stealth. Currently up to 7th. These guys as well, a little bit of work to do, haven't they, to get onto the back of Firepower, so I think Firepower should be safely 6th place. Unless he manages to catch up to Smith and Smoky Tom again. So Brody, he's starting to pull away. Starts to create a bit of a gap now to Stealth. He's trying to break that toe. Obviously the Supra is very strong in a straight line, and with the toe it's extra strong. And as they come across the start-finish line, I think that gap's almost doubled now, hasn't it? For sure. So Firepower 6th, Brody 7th, Stealth 8th, Potsy's in 9th. He's managed to create a bit of a gap now between him and his teammate Max. Here's Max. Bit of a better outing in this first race this evening for Max. As I say, he definitely looks a bit more comfortable in that car now, doesn't he? A bit more settled. Biggie. He started to catch up to Max now, but I don't think he's got enough time left in this race to do anything significant. And Graham, actually not too far off the back of Biggie as well, so good efforts by Graham. fact, maybe... Oh. I spoke too soon. Sorry, Graham. Alba. This is your race leader. I think this might be his final lap. And it is. So as Alba comes right through the final sector, we got Stealth finishing in 8th place. I think Potsy's going to get across the finish line, and he is 9th. Max will finish in 10th. Biggie 11th. Graham 12th. And here is your race leader. We'll go on board with him as he takes the checkered flag, flashing the lights. He'll be happy with that. Great racing there from Alba. First place. Toten. Great result there for Toten. Second. Wacky Racer third. Smokey Tom and Smith now having a battle. Smith trying to take that 4th place away from Smokey Tom. He's managed to edge ahead. Smokey Tom down to 5th. Is he going to manage to be able to get past him as they come up to the start finish line? I don't think they are. So Smith, great move there from the end. At the end there from Smith, he's 4th place. Smokey Tom 5th. Firepower, he'll be happy with that. He would have liked to have finished in 4th, I'm sure, but 6th place, decent points there. Good outing for the Citroen boys. Firepower 6th place. Brody, he's going to bring it home in 7th. Stealth 8th, Potsy 9th, Max 10th, Biggie 11th, and Graham 12th. Well, that was race 1, guys. I hope you enjoyed that one. That was quite a good one, wasn't it? And I will see you in round 2. I've been your boy Vex. Good night.